What's going on, everybody? Welcome to After Prison Show, and today I want to share with you guys, well, a lot of what I hope is going to be insightful information. Folks, you probably have noticed a change in the tide here on After Prison Show, probably over the last couple of months. Damn, we've been doing storage units for a while now. And obviously, the change has been with us doing the storage units and with us doing, the vlogging and showcasing what we've been doing with the moving company. And I want to explain that a little bit, especially with the storage units and also with the moving company as well. With these things that we have attempted to do, I've done these things because I believe that some of these ideas that I have, maybe not the mopeds, but the cleaning business, that falls into this as well. These are things that guys and gals coming home from prison may want to experience, to try, in an effort to try to make some kind of a business for themselves, to be their own boss. And it's been an idea of mine way back before we started doing storage units and before we started doing the moving company, to be able to dabble, I guess is the best word to use, to be able to dabble in some of these ventures that individuals getting released from prison could attempt to do. Now, I will be the first to admit, with the storage units, that was an experiment at first. I can remember the very first video that we did where I was talking about, I wanted to prove if this was a scam or if this was legit, and then the next thing you knew, we were doing storage unit videos almost every single day. And in the 2, maybe 3 months that we've been doing storage units, we probably got every bit of at least 20 different units. That might not even be that much, to be honest, but in terms of what we spent, I can guarantee you it is every bit of at least $3,000 to $5,000. And that's a lot of damn money to be spending just trying to dabble with something. But again, I do want to experience things and attempt to do things to be able to showcase to people who are coming home from prison who may want to try to do these things for themselves, so that if we're doing it and we can showcase it, they can see, you can see, even if you've never been to prison, maybe this is something that you might want to do. I can't tell you how many people have reached out to me and said, Joe, you've got me interested in doing these storage auctions, or Joe, keep it going. I hate to break it to you, but I've got to break it off with the storage units. We got to kind of cut ties with that, because what I'm getting ready to share with you in this video are 10 things that I've learned from doing these storage units. And as I share these things with you guys, I want you to think and help us to think. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I am plumb out of ideas. I literally just got back from our storage unit with Jellico. It was me and him today. We were cleaning that unit out a little bit, and we were spitballing ideas on what do we do next? We're going to get back to helping people, but we want to be doing constructive things. What kind of business things should we be doing, or at least attempting to do? If you guys got any suggestions, please comment down below, because I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, and who knows, maybe something that you suggest could be something that we try to experiment with. But in this video, I'm getting ready to share with you guys 10 things that I've learned from these storage units, and all of this that I'm getting ready to share with you plays heavily into why we need to be done with the storage units. And real quick, the crazy thing about all of this that I'm getting ready to share with you is you're probably going to hear this and be like, but Joe, you did not take heed to much of this at all, if any of this. Granted, as right as you may be, do as I say, not as I do. There was actually an old head in prison who had that logic with him. I think he told me that, as a matter of fact. I can't remember what he was doing that he said that I shouldn't be doing. It was probably something crazy. But do as I say, not as I've done. Folks, the very first thing that I've learned from these storage unit auctions, whether they're in person or whether they're online, is stay away from the high-priced units unless you see something that is worth the amount of money that unit is going for. I think in the totality of our storage, boy, that was a powerful word right there, totality though. I hope that was the correct usage of that word as well. I think in the overall scheme of things with us doing storage units, I probably bid and won at least 2 or 3 high-priced units that when I got to those units, I said to myself, as after going through them, why in the did I continue to bid on this unit? There was nothing in here. If you do not see it in person, or see it in the pictures, and don't always go by that neither. Take the very last high-priced unit that we did. We won that unit for $506 in total, and we only made $120 off of that unit. And the one thing that kept drawing me in to continue to bid, I didn't care where that price went. That thing could have went for $700 and something. I probably still would have been bidding on it. Was that damn Louis Vuitton that ended up being busted, and in all likelihood was probably fake. That $120 that we made off of that unit didn't even come from that. I still got that broke down Louis Vuitton suitcase and that garment bag. But just because a unit is going for a lot of money doesn't necessarily mean that, that unit is worth that amount of money. It does not mean that at all. And we're gonna get a little deeper with that as we continue to go on with these 10 things. But, if you do not see the value for yourself, stay away from those high-priced units. Because your chances of finding something worth a damn are just as good in the lower priced unit. So just because the price is high, what they're bidding is high, doesn't necessarily mean that that unit is worth that amount of money at all. The second thing, don't bid what you don't see. If you don't see the value, don't bid it. Now this could start even at like $10 or $20. Folks, no matter whether you're doing these auctions in person or you're doing these auctions online, you're gonna be seeing something, whether it's pictures on the internet or whether it's what you're seeing with your own eyes. If you don't see anything in there that's worth a damn, leave it alone. Number 3, you got to keep this in mind, and this is something that always was in the back of my head. Folks, we would spend hours in these units. One unit we spent $20 on to win, and we spent a month cleaning that thing out. I don't even want to think about how much money I spent just trying to clean that unit out. But number 3, you got to keep this in mind when you go into this. You are paying a storage facility to do their job for them and to clean out this locker. Because if it didn't go up on the storage auction, somebody would be making $8.50 an hour going up in there with a trash bag and a broom to clean that thing. And no disrespect to anybody who works at a storage facility, but that's the damn truth. Maybe not the $8.50 an hour part, but you are paying a storage facility to damn near do their job for them. They've just found a way to be able to turn this into a way for them to be able to make more money. Number 4, probably one of the most key things I'm going to share with you in this. There's going to be a lot of key things. The chances of seeing a substantial return on investment are not very good, folks. They are not very good at all. The lure of storage auctions can be so enticing, so addictive. Just thinking about how much money you could potentially make, what you could potentially find in these units. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not hidden underneath a sock drawer somewhere. Folks, take it from me. I'm a professional loser in these storage units. And I know there's been people who have struck it big time, especially on that TV show Storage Wars. I know that's for real. Take it from me. Your chances of seeing any type of substantial income or substantial return on your investment are not very good at all, folks. The highest I ever got into the profit was like $200 after I've already spent like probably $3,000. To make $200 after spending $3,000, that ain't very good at all. That ain't very good. And a big reason for what I just shared with you, the chances of seeing a good return on investment aren't that good. A big reason for that is because of number 5, the competition is dumb high with this. And there are a lot of people who are going to try to bid you up. I've done it myself. If I ain't going to win the unit, damn it, I'm going to bid you up. People are fighting over nothing. People are fighting over nothing, and that brings us to number 6, which is just that. Everyone is fighting over $1. Jellicoe shared this point with me this morning, and this is real. He said, it's crazy. Everybody's fighting over $1 with these storage units because I was telling him about how high these units got that I was looking at this morning. And he says, but what else is crazy is people are fighting over it. Everyone is fighting over $1 with every type of work. Moving and hauling, the cleaning service. Maybe not moped rentals because people realize that the risk does not outweigh the reward there. But anything that you try to get involved in, everybody is fighting over $1. People are undercutting, underbidding, underselling, doing work for the absolute low. So low that they're probably not even seeing any type of a return or any type of a profit line. The game is super messed up right now. And by the game, I mean any type of a business venture. You got to find something that ain't nobody doing right now. I was telling Jellicoe one of the ideas that I had was we're going to deliver your groceries for you. A grocery delivery and put away service. $25. We will go grocery shopping for you. We'll deliver the groceries and put them away, or drop them off at your front door like the milkman used to do in the day. See, the times are getting so advanced. You got to kind of bring it back. You got to reel it back in a little bit. Think about the milkman, how he used to deliver the milk. We're going to be like that with the groceries. And I know what you're thinking, Joe, Amazon's already doing that, and they ain't charging no type of a fee. Something got to be done about Amazon. They too powerful. I also thought about a food delivery service, and I know there's Grubhub and DoorDash and Uber Eats and things like that, but you know, let me tell you something. You know how much it costs for me to order from Uber Eats some Popeyes? That's a fast food place. For me and my wife to eat dinner from Popeyes on Uber Eats is $50. We're gonna start a fast food or food pickup and delivery service for only $10. Forget all them additional fees, and I don't even need no tip. So you gotta be able to compete with either Uber or ride sharing. That's where my mind's at right now. I'm thinking about, I swear I'm thinking about getting back into the mopeds. I wish I could tell you I was kidding about that. Number 7. Folks, if you don't know anything about storage units, this is absolutely what you should know. Most of the time they are dirty. In some cases they can be absolutely disgusting. You know, think about that pair of drawers we found that one time. I done seen more skid marks and more bad hygiene and bed bugs and bugs running up in some stores, spiders. And not only are they dirty and disgusting, going through people's stuff is super invasive. You learn so much about people that you don't even know. And you know, sometimes you're gonna feel so bad. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't tell you how many baby pictures and yearbooks and photo albums we just threw away. You know, I've heard people say, Joe, why don't you try to find these people? But you ain't trying to do that. Nobody's doing that. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe some people are, but you ain't trying to do that because you are just trying to hurry up and get to whatever type of money that you can. It's an invasion of privacy for sure. You know, and you're going to feel guilty about that. I felt guilty, you know, a couple of times from this. But then eventually you become cold and callous, like, forget it, just get rid of it, it doesn't matter, it ain't ours. That ain't worth no money. And that ain't no way to be. That really ain't no way to be. And I put that it also kind of feels wrong. It definitely feels wrong. You know, you're trying to make a profit off of somebody else's hardships. And I've talked about, you know, my thoughts on prison consultants, how much money they charge for people and their hardships. I mean, damn. Going through people's stuff in a storage unit and throwing away what ain't valuable. That's just as bad, if not worse. Number 8, this is not a job or a business. This is a side hustle at best. Yeah, it is a side hustle at best. You know, we were doing these storage units, and one way I was justifying it was, well, hey, at least I'm able to put guys to work. You know, this is what we're doing in the meantime when we don't have any moving and hauling. But this wasn't no business. This was just something that was just continuously eating at the bottom line. There was not even a bottom line. We were so far below that, we were 30 feet underwater. So don't quit your day job, is what I'm trying to say with number 8. Number 9, it goes without saying, and you guys have seen it personally with me. These storage unit auctions, they can be very addicting. And it's not a good addiction because sometimes you'll be seeing units that are getting way too high and you know you should have backed out a long time ago, but the shouldas and the couldas and the what ifs are what keep you in there. Should I continue to bid this? Could there be something valuable in here? What if? It's not what we're seeing, but it's something that we'll find. What if that unit was the unit that was going to be the one that was going to make them all worthwhile? And you ain't going to be the only one dealing with the addiction because anybody else who is doing this is knee deep in it as well. Folks, this morning I was still knee deep in the addiction, but after being able to step back and say, you know what? I'm not paying that price for some trash. Now, don't get me wrong. I could relapse. I could do a video next week. What did we find in this storage unit? You'll never believe what we found. But just like I'm trying to quit smoking, I'm going to try to step back from the storage units. Because I want to tell you this. I got like $200 and something in my pocket right now that I took out of the ATM yesterday, premeditatedly prepared for today for storage units that I knew were going to go and that I just knew I was going to buy. But I got to tell you something. It's a damn good feeling knowing that that $200 and something is still in my pocket. It is. It's also a damn good feeling to know that a pack of cigarettes is now lasting me 3 days. By the time I get down to the end of the cigarettes, them joints is stale. That's how you know you're really trying to quit. But you ain't even thinking about how stale them cigarettes are when you're smoking them down to the butt. Because you're only smoking 6 cigarettes a day now. That filter? That's good though. Woo! Only 3 more hours till my next one. The final thing that I want to share with you guys, and this is something that I hope you'll take heed to. This is the biggest lesson that I've learned. A lesson that I need to keep telling myself. And that is, you know, we lost way more money than we ever made. We spent way more than we ever made. And I can't keep using this last storage unit enough, that big expensive one for $506. Folks, we were filming a video. What you don't know is, we were filming a video about that storage unit, and by the time we got halfway through that unit, I already knew what it was. You can get a sense of the type of a person and the things that you're gonna find just digging through a few things. I mean, you really can. And I was so mad and embarrassed at myself, thinking to myself, how in the hell did I allow myself to get this? Why did I do this? I didn't even want to film the video no more. We spent way more than we ever made. We lost way more than we ever made. You know, that is a lot like gambling. That's an addiction as well. It's a lot like gambling, because in gambling, it's probably going to be the exact same thing. You'll lose a lot more than you'll ever win. And had we continued, or if we did continue with these storage units, it would just be a continuation of that until we either went flat broke or we struck it big off of one extremely lucky unit. And the chances of the latter happening are so slim and minute that it's good that I'm able to realize it's time to get out of this now and to look toward what we can do next. It was fun. We had some good times. We had some bad times. We were able to put a guy or two to work, Jew-Man and Jellico. But enough with all of that. It's time to move on and attempt to do something better, something different, something new. And I'm asking all of you, what do you think that should be? You know, I've shared a couple of ideas that Jellico and I had this morning. We talked about other ideas. Really opening up a pawn shop or a thrift store or a rent-to-own store. Starting a dog dookie removal business. I was trying to remember. You know, we went to Home Depot to get some paint. I needed paint because I'm getting ready to replace the door on the back of the box truck. While we were there, and I truly feel like this was like a sign, something I was supposed to see. We saw 3 different moving and junk removal services. Everyone is fighting over $1. And nothing that you are going to do out here, or the chances of you doing something out here that nobody else is doing, are slim to none. It doesn't mean that it can't happen. You just got to find what it is. And we don't necessarily need to find that thing that nobody is doing. We just need to find that thing that's going to work for us. And I am happy and honored to be able to share this journey with you guys, because I hope that whatever it is that we do, we continue to motivate individuals who are either down on their luck, going through some stuff, or coming home looking for some avenues that could potentially work for them as well. So that's where we're at right now. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the next thing is going to be. Hey, look, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please leave a like and a comment letting me know exactly what you thought about this. And as always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world. Never take a moment for granted, and make the most of every day. Peace!